One of my most memorable cases was a murder case I tried years ago when I was a youngster. Didn't try it. We accused a young man of first-degree murder, and I was prosecuting. We had this little old tailor on Van Buren Street had been pistol whipped to death, and 2 eyewitnesses confirmed that this young man did it. And so he was arrested, arraigned, and didn't have any money. And he had a court-appointed lawyer who was a bit lazy. And so the young man kept insisting he didn't do it, he didn't do it, he didn't do it. And it was a case that really involved having the death penalty involved. And so I was in charge of that prosecution. And so one day, his lawyer came to see me and said, you know, we have an alibi. He wasn't in town when that happened. And I said, well, I don't believe him. And he said, well, we don't have the money to go, because he was impoverished, poor guy. And he said, we don't have the money to investigate. He said, but here, would you mind talking to him? I said, no, if you approve it, I'll talk to him. So I did. And we got all the details from him as to where he's supposed to have been. We didn't believe him, of course. And I sent out the chief of detectives from the city of Phoenix, a guy by the name of Young. Forget his first name now. Great guy. He was a chief, and we sent him all over. And he went to El Paso. I remember that, because the young man said he had given blood in El Paso. Well, by golly, he did. And then he said he'd stayed at a Catholic priest's home at a parish. And by golly, the priest confirmed that, because we had life-size photos of him. The priest confirmed that. And so now we had eyewitnesses that positively identified him, and here we had no question about the fact this kid did not do it. So we let him go. And the eyewitnesses were absolutely devastated when we told them what had happened. And that's why I don't put much trust in eyewitness testimony anymore. And of course, I was really the conquering hero, and I shouldn't have been, because we really wanted to put the kid to death. And it was I'll never forget that. And I remember all of the incidents that occurred, and I can still remember his face. He was so relieved when we let him go.